Hi friends, welcome back for Children's Chapel. Today is the 22nd Sunday after Pentecost, or the 22nd Sunday of Ordinary Time. It is also a special feast day of the church, or a special celebration of the church, called All Saints Day. And we're going to learn more about that in our story today. But first, if you have your church calendar, you can find All Saints Day. I don't know why I keep holding it upside down, but you can find All Saints Day, and you can either choose to leave it blank because today we are celebrating in white, or you can find a white crayon and color it in with white crayon if you would like. It's totally up to you. But yes, we celebrate All Saints with the color of white, and so that's why our altar color has changed. Okay, so we're gonna get started and we're gonna light our candle. And so if you have a candle at home, with your parents' help, you can light a candle too. And so when we light our candle, we're gonna say, why do we light the candle? To remind us that God is with us. And I'm gonna light 2 candles just because. Okay, so first, before we go into our time of prayer on All Saints Day, we celebrate those who have shown us how to love God and who have been examples of people who love God. And so today I would like to dedicate Children's Chapel to our friend Bill Kleins. He was 92 years old and he passed away a couple weeks ago, but I would love to dedicate this time to him. And he and his son David watched Children's Chapel each week and enjoyed it and loved the singing bowl and the time of prayer. And I know that many of our kids have met Bill and know Bill and David, and some of them have developed a very special relationship. And so I would just like to take this time during our prayer, if you would like, to say a particularly special prayer for Bill and for his family as they miss him. And I know we'll miss him on our Wednesday nights. He used to always join us, and we would celebrate his birthday each year. And so this is just a special time to remember those people who have shown us God's love and who have been good examples. And I think both David and Bill are examples of great multi-generational relationships in the church. And so let's just take a minute during our prayer time and our quiet time to remember Bill and anyone else that you would like who has been a special friend to you in church. All right, so we're going to move into our time of prayer, and I'm gonna ring the singing bowl. We're gonna put our hands in the air, and when I ring the singing bowl, we're gonna use our ears and listen to the sound. And so when we can't hear the sound anymore, we're gonna put our hand down, and then we're gonna pray the Lord's Prayer together. All right, and so you can hold your hands like this, or like this, or like this, whichever way you would like to do it when we pray. But the singing bowl is to just quiet our minds and get us ready, and you can say a special prayer for someone you would like during this time as well. So, hands up, and I'm gonna ring the singing bowl. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. All right, now we're going to sing our song, and so I'm going to send it over to Jimmy for our song.
Let's sing Seek Ye First. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alleluia. Alleluia. One more time. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alleluia, alleluia.
All right, great singing. We are going to move into our ritual of water. And so for this, if you would like to follow along at home, you'll need a bowl, a little cup of water, and maybe a small towel or something to dry your hands off with. So we're going to pour the water into the bowl to remember our baptism. And at our baptism, we are baptized with water. And we are welcomed into God's family, God's community, and God said God loves us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remind ourselves that God loves us by touching the water and saying, God loves me. And so I invite you to touch the water and say, God loves me. All right, and then anybody else who's watching this video with you should also do the same. And then I also want you to look around at each other and say, God loves you. I want you to remind someone else that God loves them too. All right, and so that's our ritual of water, to remember that moment when we were baptized and God said God loves us. All right, now we're going to move to our story, and so we're going to hear a little bit more about what All Saints Day means and why do we celebrate this thing called All Saints Day. And so on, yes, November 1st, which is today, we celebrate All Saints, and then on November 2nd, we celebrate All Souls. And so we're going to hear a little bit more about that. All Saints Day. The church celebrates All Saints Day on November 1st each year. In church, you might notice that the altar cloth has changed to white. A saint is someone who loves God. They live their lives in special ways that show others that they love God. Some saints are really famous. We know their names and their stories. Which saints do you know? The Episcopal Church has a list of people that we officially recognize as saints. Other churches do this too. We can celebrate a different saint almost every day of the year. Maybe you've heard of these saints: Saint Francis, Saint Lucy, Saint Nicholas, Saint Joan of Arc, Saint Mary, Saint Martin Luther King Jr. Can you think of any more? Some saints are not so famous. There are saints all around us every day. Is there someone in your life that shows you how to love God? Some saints have already gone to be with God in heaven, but we can remember them. We remember their love for God. We call all these people who show God's love, both alive and dead, the communion of saints. We are part of the communion of saints. We learn from those who have come before us and those who are with us right now. We can be saints too. We can show others what it is like to love God and to be loved by God. This is what we celebrate on All Saints Day. We celebrate and remember every person who is loved by God. The end. All right, so on All Saints Day, we celebrate those people who have shown us how to love God, both people who are alive and people who have passed away. And so we celebrate all of those lives who we love and who have shown us how to love God. And so I also think it's important to know that we can be saints too. It's not just people who are famous, who we know their stories and we know how they showed us how to love God and how to be like God and do the good work that God asks us to do. And so, but we can be saints. And so I want you to think, how can I be saint-like this week? How can I be saint-like in the next year until the next All Saints Day? What can I do to show other people God's love? What can I do to show other people that I love God? All right, I want you to think about how you can do that this week and in the next year or the next month. And think about what we can do to show others how we love God and to be like a saint. All right? All right, well, now that you have your mission for the next year, it is time to say goodbye, and we're gonna blow out our candles. But remember, when we blow out our candles, that doesn't mean that God is leaving us. That just means our reminder is no longer there, but God is always with us. And so I'm gonna blow out the candles. Bye, friends. See you next week.